So hi, hello again. I'm Oliver, and this here is the Olympus OM1 camera from the 1970s, and I want to show you that it is actually radioactive. Yes, that's correct. The lens, at least, is has been treated with a radioactive element called thorium. And it is pretty radioactive, and I want to show that to you because I'm going to actually test the lens with a so-called Geiger counter. Now, this camera I got from my father back in the day, was manufactured in the around 1972 to 1977, and this Zuiko lens, a 50 millimeter lens, is actually known to contain radioactive thorium, which I would like to show you. And what I have here is a Geiger counter. If you turn it on, okay, then basically it will make a click every time when a radioactive particle flies through the detector, which is in here. And you can see that now there is currently a background radiation counts per minute, two of them, and 0.04 microsievert per hour. But look what actually happens when I put the counter with a detector tube over the lens. Okay, and maybe you can also hear the clicks. Yeah, but look what happens now. Look what happens. Yeah, it starts to click quite a bit. Yeah, and even gives a warning. Yeah, and it's climbing up and up and up. And as a matter of fact, there is a little reference card here. Yeah, it actually tells you, yeah, wow. You have to be careful. If above 13 microsieverts per hour, extremely high, evacuate immediately, reports to government. Let's see how far we're able to go. Well, we're already at 3.4, 3.7 microsieverts, 3.8. We are already, wow, approaching this one over here, very high level. Wow. Yeah, it's around 5 microsieverts and then climbing. Let's see if we're able to reach, 6.5. Yeah, we're going up here. Now you might wonder why in the world am I not evacuating? What's going on here? Yeah, and I will tell you that the detector is manufactured to measure ambient radioactivity. The lens itself might be very radioactive, but well, I'm not inhaling it. You know, that is a huge difference. So the radioactive thorium is caught in the lens, and as long as I'm not taking it into my body, it's not a problem. Okay, but you see, well, 6.5. Yeah. It's pretty decent, pretty high. Yeah, and maybe it's slowly starting to stabilize at this level. Yeah, so we have over here a very high, and leave the area as soon as possible and find out why. Well, we do know why. Okay, so basically the lens is quite radioactive, but as soon as I remove it away, just a few centimeters, it's still beeping because of the warning. But you see, yeah, I don't know, just a few centimeters away, and it stops clicking, right? So what you see is that while it is quite radioactive, the radioactivity does not go very far. I assume it must be some alpha particles which only go a very short distance. But as soon as I put it again, yeah, over the detector, it starts beeping again. Yeah. So I think it's that's a very we can put this over here. It's continuing to beep. I think I'm just going to switch it off now. Okay. Yeah, power off, and here we go, right? Yeah, so in that sense, this is actually quite common with the lenses manufactured in the early 1970s. And as a matter of fact, it's not only found in some lenses, but also some ceramics, especially those that were glazed in an orange color. This even contains so-called uranium dyes and uranium salts. So especially orange reddish color at that time was used, contained that radioactive substance, and is also quite radioactive. So you see that back in the day, yeah, people were a little bit more flexible about radioactivity and using radioactive isotopes in manufacturing. Now the question is, of course, now a little bit of why did they actually use radioactive thorium in making those lenses? They added that in order to adjust the refractive index of the lenses. So, yeah, as I've read somewhere that some lenses were so radioactive that it even caused damage to the film that was in here. Well, that's of course an analog film camera. Well, there's no film in it right now, but in here you have to open it here. Yeah, yeah. You put in a film cartridge, and the film went over here and was wound up over here. And there are some lenses were so radioactive that even the film started to become cloudy and damaged because it got exposed by the radioactive lens. So it's quite quite extreme. So yeah, unless you're carrying it directly on your body for extended time periods, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Well, I just thought that yeah, they might be interested in that. At least I consider it a little bit interesting to have these devices around. I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I wish you all the best and hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye.